Mendeecees Harris, a name that has long been associated with loyalty and love, and second chances are now facing accusations that could destroy everything he has built. At the center of this shocking controversy is Jasmine Bleu, a woman whose name has long been rumored to have a complicated past with Mendeecees, but whose name had only been mentioned in circles. Welcome to Elite Celeb celebrity drama has been set ablaze once more, and this time it's bigger than anyone could have imagined. For years, fans have witnessed Mendeecees and Yandy Harris love as they defy the odds and overcome innumerable obstacles. Yandy, a strong and fiercely independent woman, has always taken pride in supporting Mendeecees, especially during his darkest moments. She helped him through his legal battles and raised their children with unwavering support. Today, she has come forward with claims that are shocking the entertainment industry. Strength and battle to protect their family, but now everything she supported and believed in is being called into question. The accusations, which didn't come from an anonymous source or a random blog post, hinted at a connection with Mendeecees. She described it in detail, revealing personal details that painted a story too vivid to be disregarded, and most damagingly, she claims to have receipts. As soon as the internet went crazy when Jasmine's revelation came to light, some fans quickly defended Yandy, calling Jasmine a clout chaser and attention-seeking opportunist. Others, however, weren't so quick to discount her claims, asking why she would lie now and why she would bring this up after all these years. Yandy's silence in the immediate aftermath spoke volumes. Normally, she quickly dispels rumors to protect her family and make sure her truth is heard, but this time, there were no Instagram posts, cryptic tweets, or fiery clapbacks. Insiders close to her disclosed that she learned about Jasmine's allegations in the same way that the rest of the world did through social media. Imagine scrolling through your phone expecting to see the typical news and discovering claims that the bedrock of DCS didn't react right away either, which was possibly the most telling thing. In the past, when he was accused, he was always quick to defend himself and stop the rumors before they got out of hand. However, this time there was no denial, no explanations, and nothing. In Hollywood, silence often speaks louder than words, so fans were putting more and more pressure on DCs to address the situation. Demanded answers. Gossip sites analyzed every word Jasmine said, and the internet became a battleground for theories and conjecture. If the accusations were untrue, why didn't he deny them? And if they were, what did that mean for his relationship with Yandy? Sources close to the couple started to whisper about the tension that was brewing behind closed doors, and Yandy, who is known for her unwavering loyalty, was reportedly in full mode. Everyone was curious as to whether Jasmine was telling the truth, or if this was just another attempt to end a power couple. Yandy's friends and family began to get involved, adding fuel to the fire. Some suggested that there had been warning signs all along that Yandy may have disregarded, while others steadfastly defended her, claiming that Jasmine was only distorting the facts to stir up controversy. Regardless of which side people took, one thing was certain. Then, just when everyone thought they had heard it all, Jasmine dropped another bombshell. She claimed to have proof, solid, indisputable proof, that could completely upend the relationship between MC and Yandy. "You all think I'm lying," she wrote in a mysterious post, sending fans into a frenzy. What did she have? Pictures, messages, videos. The anticipation was unbearable. The weight of the situation was getting to be too much to bear. It wasn't just rumors. It was about her marriage, her family, and her reputation. She had fought for years to protect what she and the Mendeecees had built, but now she was facing the hardest battle of all. As the hours went by, the attention only increased, and everyone waited for Ems to come forward and reveal whatever evidence she claimed to have. Had everyone realized that the next few days would be pivotal? Would Yandy support me once more, or was this the moment she finally left? The drama was only just beginning, and the tension in the air was suffocating. Every second that went by without a response from Mindy or Yandy only served to fuel the fire. Fans were constantly refreshing their feeds, desperate for any kind of update, and DC's men were going to deny the accusations. Was Yandy going to come forward? And most importantly, what exactly was Jasmine Bleu holding onto that hat with such confidence? Speculation was at an all-time high, and it didn't help that Jasmine was enjoying the attention because instead of backing down, she doubled down and dropped more cryptic hints that had everyone glued to their screens. You wouldn't really think I put myself out there without having concrete proof, not that I have receipts. And when I dropped them, she posted something that sent shockwaves through the internet. The message was clear. Jasmine wasn't bluffing, but why hadn't she revealed her so-called proof? Some fans thought she was building suspense to make sure everyone was watching her before she delivered the final blow, while others thought she was giving Mendeecees and Yandy a chance to come clean before she revealed everything. In any case, the clock was ticking, but Yandy said nothing. For someone who is known for having a strong social media presence, her lack of response was noticeable. Normally, she would quickly deny rumors to defend her family and fight back against any narrative that threatened what she had built. But this time, nothing behind the scenes. Nevertheless, everything was far from quiet. Sources close to Yandy, who felt that she was in total turmoil while attempting to process everything while keeping her emotions in check. She was a public figure, a businesswoman, and a mother. She couldn't afford to make a snap decision because it would impact not only her personal life, but also her brand. Eventually, Mendeecees broke his silence with a well-crafted statement posted on his Instagram stories. It wasn't a dramatic clapback or a fiery denial. Rather, it was a short, vague, and not nearly the response felt dismissive, almost as if he was dismissing the entire situation as if it were just another gossip story. But this wasn't just any story. It was an allegation that had the potential to ruin his marriage. Fans weren't satisfied. They wanted a genuine response, not a few words thrown together to downplay the situation. Jasmine, on the other hand, was furious and took M's words as a straightforward challenge. "Oh, I'm just looking for attention," she said. "I was going to let you guys handle this privately, but now I'm really about to show out." Then, screenshots of what Jasmine claimed to be text messages between her and Mendeecees were released, and the internet went crazy. The messages were full of love words, plans to meet up, and conversations that suggested a deeper relationship than Mendeecees had ever had. Yandy had to reply after the screenshots went viral and were retweeted and reposted thousands of times in a matter of minutes. The story headline screamed betrayal, and fans analyzed every word. Some attempted to argue that the messages were fake, doctored for clout, but others pointed out the timestamps, the language, and the small details that made them seem all too real. Instead of making a statement right away, Yandy had to make an unexpected move. Yandy unfollowed me on Instagram. Unfollowing someone in the social media age is like slamming the door in their face. Fans noticed right away, and within minutes, #Yandy and follows Mendeecees was trending on Twitter. The internet was now completely convinced that there was trouble in paradise, but Yandy wasn't done yet. Unfollowing M's on Instagram was a sign that something was seriously wrong. The cryptic message on her Instagram stories, "Loyalty isn't just about words, it's about actions, and actions always reveal the truth," was Yandy's way of confirming the rumors without actually saying it was her calling out M's for betraying her trust. Fans were desperate to know if this was the end of their relationship, while Mendeecees remained silent. Jasmine was still on the attack. The Everett had turned against him, and Yandy was obviously hurt after his dismissive statement backfired. Then, as if things weren't bad enough, a close friend of Ye, who had been a part of their inner circle for years, decided to come out in a shocking interview, saying that this wasn't the first time that Mendeecees had been caught in a messy situation. Been warning signs for a while, but Yandy had decided to ignore them for the sake of their family. She loves him, that much is obvious, but sometimes love can blind you. I believe that at this point she's realizing that perhaps she's been ignoring some things she shouldn't have. The revelation only served to fuel the fire. If even Yandy's closest friends were implying that Jasmine's claims were true, what did that mean for their marriage? fans were told deserved it, but the biggest question was still what Yandy would do next. Would she fight for her marriage like she had always done before, or was this the first time she put herself first? More importantly, what else did Jasmine have? Because if history taught us anything, it was that when someone says, "I have more to show," they usually mean it. As everyone waited for the next move, it became evident that this wasn't just another celebrity scandal. The internet was in disarray, everyone had an opinion, and nobody was holding back. Teen Yandy fans were bombarding her comments with supportive messages, telling her to keep going and walk away so she could focus on herself. Meanwhile, Team Mendeecees supporters were frantically attempting to defend him, arguing that the messages Jasmine posted might have been fake, but the real question was still what was Yandy doing? To do for hours, she didn't say anything, post anything, or do interviews, just that one mysterious message about loyalty that had already ignited the internet. However, behind closed doors, Yandy was facing the most difficult decision of her life. Sources close to her said that she was devastated not only by the alleged betrayal, but also by the public humiliation that accompanied it. She had spent years defending men's decency and supporting him through his legal battles, struggles through his incarceration, every obstacle they had encountered together. And now this wasn't just about their marriage. It was about her brand, reputation, and whole identity. Yandy had always been viewed as a strong, independent woman who didn't put up with disrespect. But if she remained with Mendeecees after this, would that image be destroyed and people begin to view her as weak? She couldn't allow that to happen. And then just when people began to wonder if I know everyone has been waiting for me to say something. But I know I've been waiting too, because when something like this happens, you don't just react. Yandy went live on Instagram, and as soon as she appeared on the screen, thousands of viewers were holding their breath in desperation to hear what she had to say. She took a deep breath before speaking. Yandy was obviously not going to let this situation break her, but was she confirming that Mendeecees had betrayed her? You take a step back, you think, and you move accordingly. The chat exploded, and people were hanging on to every single word. I've been through a lot in my life, including having my name driven through the mud, having my loyalty questioned, and having to fight for the people I love. However, there's one thing I've never done. I've never played myself, and I'm not about to start. Then came the moment that rocked everyone to their core. I've read the messages and seen what has been posted, and I'll just say that sometimes people do things for attention when they feel like they've been left out of the conversation. That's all I have to say about that boom. It wasn't a complete denial, it wasn't a confirmation, and it was Yandy doing what she did best. Her careful word choice, saying just enough to keep people guessing, caused the internet to split in two ways right away. Some thought she was calling Jasmine a liar and suggesting that the messages were fabricated or taken out of context, while others thought she was trying to minimize the situation and cover for Mendeecees to save face. However, she then dropped another bombshell, saying, "Whatever happens next, I want y'all to know I'm good. I'm always good, and I will always choose what's best for me and my family. That's all that matters." She ended the live, leaving millions of people with more questions than answers. Was she staying with Mendeecees? Was she planning to leave? Did she think the messages were genuine? Most importantly, was this drama finally over, or was there still more to come? Jasmine wasn't going to let it in. Jasmine responded on her own Instagram minutes after Yandy's live ended. "So now I'm just as if things weren't messy enough." Jasmine made a bold promise that you also want to act like this is all made up. I think it's time I go ahead and drop some videos. Stay tuned for videos. If she would actually follow through, Mendeecees remained silent, hadn't replied to Yandy's live, and hadn't clapped back at Jasmine's most recent thread. His entire page was flooded with people asking for answers, but he gave them none. Was he hoping that this would all end quickly, or was he just as shocked as everyone else? Then something unexpected happened, and Jasmine's page went private, just like people who weren't following her could no longer see anything because all of her posts vanished from the internet, and even those who were already following her saw that some of her previous posts had been removed. Had she been threatened? Had she changed her mind? Or was this just a tactic to create tension before she released the purported video evidence? No one knew, but one thing was certain: this wasn't over by any means. People were frantically trying to figure out what had happened after Jasmine abruptly decided to go private. Had Yan's team intervened with legal threats? Had M finally spoken to her behind the scenes? Or was Jasmine still playing mind games to build suspense before dropping the biggest bombshell yet? For hours, fans refreshed her page in anticipation, and then boom, Jasmine's page went public again. But this time things were different. Some of her posts were removed, including the screenshots of the purported messages she had initially shared. Instead, she shared something fresh that shocked the internet. One message on her Instagram story said, "Sometimes the truth is too much for people to handle, but trust the truth always comes out in the end." There were no voice recordings or videos, just those words, and people were furious. Bluffing the entire time? Was she threatening to keep quiet, or had she been lying from the start? However, before anyone could fully comprehend Jasmine's cryptic message, NBC finally spoke up. Rather than confronting the accusations directly, he shared a picture of himself on Instagram with the simple caption, "Royalty speaks for itself. The truth doesn't need to be defended." The comments instantly went viral, with some fans taking this as a blatant denial. That Mendeecees was unwavering in his refusal to consider what he perceived to be lies, while others weren't convinced. They thought that his silence had already said enough. If he was innocent, why not just state it clearly? Then, Yandy did something unexpected. She uploaded a photo of herself and NBC smiling side by side, and the internet went crazy. This was Yandy reaffirming that she wasn't leaving because she thought M was over Jasmine, had chosen to support her partner in spite of the turmoil, or was this all a planned move to hide something? While some fans applauded the post, saying it demonstrated that the accusations were untrue, others didn't buy it, believing Yandy was just playing the long game and controlling the story instead of reacting emotionally. However, just when it appeared that things were beginning to calm down, a new development rocked the scene once more. Jasmine went against the grain. "I see what's happening," she said, shaking her head, "and I see people saying I lied, saying I made everything up. But let me tell you something. Just because I chose not to post certain things doesn't mean they don't exist." As soon as she appeared on screen, thousands of people tuned in, desperate to hear what she had to say. Her expression was serious, without makeup or a filter, just raw emotion. "I know what I know, and karma doesn't care about that in the end." She ended the live stream with no fresh evidence or receipts, just another cryptic message that left everyone even more perplexed. So where did this leave everything? Mendeecees had denied nothing, but they had also refused to admit anything, and Yandy had decided to support him, or at the very least give the impression that she had gone back, leading people to wonder if she had been telling the truth from the beginning. Whatever it was now hidden beneath layers of media manipulation, public perception, and pride. As Jasmine once said, karma never misses a beat. The question now was, who would it come first? The internet is still buzzing, fans are still divided, and the truth is still up for debate. Will Jasmine eventually release the ultimate proof and expose everything once and for all? Will Yandy continue to stand by me? Or is she simply putting on a brave front while navigating this storm behind closed doors? What about Mendeecees? Will they ever come forward and address the situation, or will they allow the rumors to continue to run wild? One thing is certain though, this drama isn't going to end anytime soon, and if we've learned anything from such situations, it's that secrets always manage to surface when you least expect them. What do you think? Is Jasmine telling the truth, or is this simply another desperate attempt to stay, and it will be the last straw? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable alerts so you don't miss the next stunning update. This story is only getting started, and I promise you that he won't believe what's coming next.